plaintiff, Vivian Coleman, dated the defendant, and she claims he cheated on her and got another woman pregnant. And 4 weeks ago, she found out she was also pregnant with his baby. Vivian says the defendant is trying to deny that the baby is his, and she's suing him because he bought her a van as a gift and then took it back. Defendant Lorenzo Wiggins says he has doubts about Vivian being pregnant at all because he's never seen any proof, despite the fact that she claims she's been to the doctor. Lorenzo denies buying the van for Vivian and therefore denies owing her for it.
Prove your case.
We're actually here today because I found out that Lorenzo had been cheating on me. He got another woman pregnant, and I found out 4 weeks ago that I'm pregnant as well by him.
I have no idea.
How long have you been together?
We've been together since 2008. We worked at an establishment together, which explains how we met. We started a friendship, which did evolve into a relationship.
When did you all break up?
We broke up a few months ago, actually.
How many months are you pregnant?
As of this week, I'm 9 weeks. Okay.
Exactly. Like I said, I have no idea that she hasn't proved that she was pregnant, hasn't gave me any documentation.
That's not true.
Or anything like that.
That's not true.
What type of documentation?
I mean, she says she's been to the doctor. I haven't seen the doctor statement saying
That's
she's
not
pregnant.
true.
When was the first time she told you she was pregnant?
After we had broken up, probably about a month ago. She kept saying that she was pregnant.
All right.
Your Honor, I did not know at first, and the only reason and the way I found out, I got really lightheaded at home, and I couldn't catch my breath. My nerves was real jittery. I in turn went to the hospital, to the emergency room. They came in with a big smile and balloons. How my congratulations. How is this a happy moment at 39? Who? You know, I'm really thinking it's a joke, so I immediately called Lorenzo to let him know that, hey, Pops, starting over.
How did he respond?
Well, he tried to say, it's not mine, which is totally a fabrication. For the 2.5 years I've been with him, I've been intimate and attracted to no one but him.
Mm-hmm. And when was this?
August the 17th or 18th is when we broke up. Mm-hmm. I just found out September the 19th.
Okay. That
I was actually pregnant. And they told me then I was 4 weeks.
What was his response again?
It's not mine.
Okay.
Who is it, the mailman?
I don't know, it could be.
I wish I could blame it on somebody else.
Could be.
Know that.
I don't know.
What was it like when you all dated for 2 years?
To be honest, it wasn't all bad. His son's mother passed last year. And his son, in turn, moved in with us, which was actually, it fitted like a puzzle, because his son's mother and I had a very good relationship before she passed. Wonderful woman. And his son and my son got along great. They're both 15 years old. So they actually fit in. It was like a family setting. It wasn't all bad until I initially found out that Lorenzo was cheating on me. Okay, and I tried to forgive him for the cheating, but he came home inebriated one night and called me everything but my name. And my 15-year-old son was standing there.
What caused that?
He was drunk, and me and a friend of mine, I hadn't seen in like maybe 7 years, finally came over. He found me. We were standing outside talking the entire time. My son was there.
What time was this?
At 1 o'clock in the morning.
So,
what time was it?
By 11 o'clock, I'm asleep, so no, it wasn't no 1. It was probably about 10, 15,
and that's
something
what
like
time
that.
he usually comes home from the bar?
No, he gets off work at 2 o'clock. Lorenzo's not even supposed to be drinking and driving.
What time does he usually come home from the bar?
Anytime he feels like it. Okay. I can't give you a certain time because...
Good enough. But on this night, it was before 11 p.m.
Yes.
And you happened to be standing outside
talking to a friend.
With a man.
Okay.
At night. And he came home drunk, and that's why he began cursing you?
Well, it wasn't exactly like that. He knows my friend. He met him when me and Lorenzo first started initially dating.
Sir, you knew
so he knew who he was.
Well, Your Honor, that's how it starts. That's usually the friend is the one you got to watch out for.
That's a good point. You about right.
And
They
that's
come with the old friend game. That's
Yes,
the
that's the
old
one you
friend.
gotta watch out for.
Old friend goes to hanging
cut that out,
around and
just-
hanging around. Next thing you know, old friend becomes a different type of friend.
Exactly.
That happens often.
Exactly.
No.
You give me a little background. You give me some
Well-
background.
First of all, Your Honor, I kind of agree with her a little bit that the relationship wasn't all bad, but Vivian is very controlling.
Not true.
She is a controlling woman.
Not true.
Won't let you talk without interrupting. Go ahead.
You
I
know,
have the right to defend myself.
she's a wonderful person, but we just couldn't do it together. You know,
Why?
When she was accusing me of cheating, that incident, she told me to leave. I said, fine.
Got
Packed up
going.
my things, me and my son, and I left.
All right.
You know.
Ma'am, is that how the breakup occurred? Give me the definitive moment.
The definitive moment is actually when Lorenzo came home and totally inebriated, and he cursed me out. He went in the house. I got my car keys and left. He in turn called me on the phone just to cuss me out and call me out my name. I said, you know what? I rode around for a while and I finally went back home. I said, I'm tired of this. You know, it's become too much now. He's disrespecting me in front of my children, and I have to
Not
teach
true.
my son to respect
That's
women.
right. That's
That means
right.
I have to be
That's
an
right.
example.
That's right.
And show him when a man comes into your home,
That's right.
this is how he's going to treat your mother.
That's
and
right.
I have an 11-year-old daughter. It's not acceptable that a man mistreats you, or he got to go.
You didn't want them to see you slam
No, I'm an
him.
example. I'm
All
an example
right.
for my children.
All right.
You know, 'cause
That's
I call
good.
them-
That's good. Yeah. All right. Now tell me about the car you're suing over and the registration fee.
The car. In the year 2010, March, we only had one car at the time, which was a very big inconvenience. Okay. So a friend of mine was selling a van that he had. Initially, he wanted $2,500 for the van. So Lorenzo assured him that the van would be a gift for me. So my friend came down from
How did that come up?
That's not true.
He was trying to convince him to sell it for cheaper than $2,500.
Okay, so he's saying, man, sell it to me for less. This is
Come on,
something
now,
for my
this for
woman,
Viv,
man.
you
Yeah,
know.
gotcha. All right.
It was kind of like that thing, you
Gotcha.
know. He in turn, $1,800. That's as far as I can go. Okay. He in turn purchased it for the $1,800. We met him at the currency exchange. Gave him $1,800 cash. He in turn signed the title over, and I wrote a bill of sale up for him and everything. We went into the
He
car.
signed it over to you?
No, he signed it over to Mr. Wiggins.
Why?
Because at that time, my license was suspended. I could not put it in my name because, for one, I wouldn't be able to get the
You can
title.
receive a title in your name.
Well, I wouldn't be able to get insurance.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So that's not true.
I know. I understand that, but what I'm saying, I wouldn't be able to get insurance because my license was suspended.
All right, but you can still get the title. He's going to tell me this was his car.
Okay.
And he's going to tell me that's why the title was in his name. And he's going to tell me that's what he spent the money for. And he's going to tell me when you broke up, he's going to take his car. And you're going to say, and you're going to say, when we broke up, he took his car because he was mad, but it's really my car. One more time. Why did you have the title placed in his name?
Under the assumption, which I was wrong, I thought that I couldn't put it in my name because my license was suspended, which I was proven wrong of that.
Okay, you thought that. All
I
right,
thought
good
that, and I
enough.
was wrong.
You tell me the transaction.
Well, Your Honor, the day we purchased the van, I was buying it from a friend of hers, and I paid $1,800 for the van. Like I said, she was right there. If I was buying it for a gift for her, why didn't she put the van in her name?
She just told you why. Because she assumed she could not.
But that's what I'm saying. It's an untruth. I was buying the van. We needed a second car. We had one small car and three
Where's your
children.
one small car now?
She's driving that car, and
She
that's in
kept
my
that
name.
car.
Right. So I'm
How much is that car worth?
about $1,500.
Is that
Not true. He
Ma'am,
only
do
paid-
you have a car?
Yes, and it's his
Did
car.
you all purchase it while going together?
No.
When did you purchase it?
He came to the relationship with the car.
Okay, and you kept it?
Okay, yeah.
So now you want to keep two of the cars he bought?
No. No, I don't want to keep either of the cars.
Well, okay, case is dismissed. Why are you here then? What you here
That's
for?
not what I'm saying.
If you don't want to keep in there the
No,
car,
I'm not saying that.
what are you saying? saying.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying
Ma'am,
is
the
that
title is in his name. You have 2 cars. You kept one when you broke up. He took the other. I believe him. Your claim is dismissed. Have a good day.
Thank you.
To be honest, I want an abortion. I want to have nothing else to do with this man for the rest of my life. But if I'm forced to have it, I'll send him in child support court. That case he can't beat. It's called a DNA.
Yes, exactly. First. That's the first things first. We're going to get DNA. She's going to have the baby. The first thing we're going to do is get a DNA test. I do not believe it is my child. Honestly.